Greetings, viewers, and welcome to the latest episode in the Taxis from Around the World magazine series. Starting off with issue number 28. This is a taxi from Addis, Ababa. It's a 1980 Lada 1200, and Addis Ababa is in Ethiopia. Yeah, the latest. Well, it was the latest at the time. Pierce Quantum Snozzle from the fire truck series. Bit about the Lada 1200. Yeah, it was designed by Fiat. I guess. Yeah, it certainly does have a similarity to Fiats of that era. Picture of the model. Lada 1200. Some specifications. 1.2 litre, of course, being a 1200. 58 horsepower. Top speed of 132 kilometres an hour, or 82 miles per hour. 955 kilograms, 2,105 pounds. So 955 kilograms, it's a pretty lightweight vehicle. Yeah, that's a definite better one there. Yeah, a bit about the Lada 1200 family. The Lada Samara, which actually ended up in Australia, and Australian racing driver Peter Brock actually did some work on these, and you could get a Brock Lada Samara, but this one here is powered by a Wankel engine, which is of course what Mazda had, the rotary, named after Felix Wankel, also in a German NSU, I believe. Bit about Ethiopia, one of the poorest countries in the world, located in the eastern part of the African continent. There we go. That's issue 28. Now this is the model. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty poor sort of model. It's definitely not one of the better ones. I mean, the grille detail looks pretty ordinary. Yeah, but it is another one in the taxi series though, so it is part of it. Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing one, this one. So that's the Lada 1200 Addis Ababa taxi from issue 28. Next up, we have issue 22. It's a Florence taxi, and it's a 1997 Alfa Romeo 156. The then current issue of the Fire Engine Collection, the B1 rear mount ladder. Bit on the Alfa Romeo 156. Pretty plasticky looking interior. Four and 6 cylinder petrol engines and 4 and 5 cylinder diesel engines. Has the distinctive Alfa Romeo grille. Little hatchback. Uh, 145146. The Alfa 33. That was a good little car. And the 164. The Streets of Florence. Of course, Florence is in Italy. Here is our Alfa 156 Florence taxi. Once again, it's a bit of a ordinary taxi, this one. But it is what it is. It's part of the collection, so maybe that's why. Well, the last two cars here have been towards the end of the series, perhaps. Now, last up for this episode is what is actually the last vehicle in this series, although I've got another 3 vehicles to come in a future episode that I haven't shown yet. I just decided to add this one to this video because I really like this particular taxi. So this one is definitely the highlight for me personally of these 3 taxis. Yeah, this is a Lagos taxi, and it's a Peugeot 504 from 1977. The latest issue of the fire truck collection, Seagrave Aerial Scope Lada. But anyway, onto the car. Bit of information about the 504. Not a bad looking car. Because a lot of French cars definitely were quirky looking, but this one here, it's not a bad looker to me. Yeah, it's something a little bit like some of the Mazdas of the 1970s, like the 808, RX2, RX3, RX4, some of the taxi. Bit of information about the car. Specifications. This one here is its successor, the 604. French luxury. The streets of Lagos in Nigeria. Filled with cars that are typically painted yellow. Getting to your destination quickly is nothing short of a miracle in the bustling town. Kilometre-long traffic jams. Oh, nice. Mitsubishi L300. The African roads. Yeah, definitely a busy place. Now this is the model. other than the fact that they've left the Peugeot line off the grill, this isn't a bad looking model. Definitely the best of these three, and it's amongst my favourites in this taxi series. Not the best top light on this, or taxi light if you prefer. Has a number plate on the back. But yeah, not a bad looking vehicle, this. I do like this one. I mean, it's not spectacular in looks, but yeah, just, I guess maybe it's a familiar type of vehicle because a lot of these were sold in Australia. Peugeot had a really good reputation in Australia from its running in the Red X reliability trials that were rallies pretty much driven through country and outback remote areas of Australia, and Peugeot proved to be pretty reliable sorts of cars back in the 50s, 60s. So I think they sold quite well in country areas because the country people that seen Peugeots in the reliability trials were obviously impressed. Well, they had a good reputation from what they'd achieved in those trials. This obviously a more modern version. Well, when it was released, it's 50 years old now, but almost 50 years old. Yeah, so that's the Peugeot 504 Lagos taxi from 1977. Now we have our three taxis going for a bit of a circuit or two around the turntable. So that's a wrap with this episode of the Taxis from Around the World magazine series. Thank you for viewing. Goodbye.